Bum, 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 bum.
We fly the rafters, fill the beers, heading towards the seas. Ride the waves around the world, the pirates like for me. Oh, it's our beers and then we choose where we need to go. The Shipwreck Show, AG is number one.
Go.
What is happening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Shipwreck Show. I am your host this evening, Garrick B. Eaton, and this is episode 152. Tonight, I am joined by three, soon to be four, apparently, of the Brethren Court members. Starting off with, who are we going? He doesn't ever get introduced first often enough. So, our very own DJ Civic.
Yeah.
DJ. Yeah. How are you? How was your weekend? How are things?
Weekend was good, busy. You know that meme. It's like fuck around at your job and then you get promoted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're important. Like you're too important at your job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like damn, like everyone's relying on me for everything. Because not only we're doing 4 shows here, we're doing 3 podcast shows. I mean, technically I'm not on Death Ratio that much, so like part-time on Death Ratio. But we're doing Shipwreck, we're doing Death Ratio, we're doing 20,000 Films Under the Sea. Now we're doing Songs of the Abyss on Saturdays. We have our meetings on Saturdays, right? And then I have another podcast I'm a part of on Sundays. So,
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
Oh
yeah,
shit! DJ
so
is
breakout
us, dude.
breakout. The org that I'm working for. We're doing a FGC fighting game community centric podcast on Sundays. So that's the way it works. And also I'm casting sometimes on Wednesdays. Or I obviously got to see a movie on Friday. You know what I mean? Like the review movie. So it's just
man. Your schedule's filling out. Your schedule's filling out.
DJ,
I get that completely because I've got the 2 jobs and then but the podcast on top of that. So I feel you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine doing all that stuff and working 40 to 50 hours a week too.
Yeah.
One day, man.
No.
One day.
One day.
Not me, man.
One day,
Not me. I'm not working no
he's
job.
Gonna,
I'm not working no
he's
job.
gonna lock it in, and he's actually just gonna become a professional esports caster. So it's not even gonna feel like work.
The person I casted,
Yeah.
I've been I made friends with. Shout out to Ashervok and RDRL. They just casted the Twitch rivals from Marvel Rivals. Like that's and Asher. He is literally on for Marvel Rivals, like the championship series, like their esports, like on the official page, like he's there to cast for that. I'm like, bro, we were just casting Tekken together, and now you're doing big shit. And I was like, well, shit, man, let me get in on.
That's fucking sick, dude. That'll be you soon. Honestly, I have a gut feeling that like you will have the opportunity to participate in some of those events pretty fucking soon. Are you? I know you said you were doing rivals like homework on like other fighting games to broaden your repertoire. Are you still doing that?
Kind of. I'm still like, cause I want to play, cause I just don't want to just study. You know what I mean? Like I actually want to play the games and like see if I enjoy them. And if cause like it'd just be a more enjoyable experience for me, cause then I care and like I can.
Yeah, I imagine liking the game makes you a better caster too.
Yeah, and playing it, cause then like cause studying it doesn't like you can study it from afar, like you just watch YouTube videos all day, but once you play it, you'll understand like why players get frustrated with this and that and like the player culture. You could see a move is busted, but do you understand like how the community feels about it being busted? You know what I mean?
Right, experiencing it firsthand. Fair enough.
Sir.
Well, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad your schedule's picking up. It sounds like you've got a lot going on. It sounds like it's good stuff going on, though. So
yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm not getting paid, so I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it.
Hey man, you're fresh out of college and you don't really seem like you have a lot of financial burden, so just enjoy it. Like,
I'm
just
doing-
enjoy,
I'm
just
I mean,
enjoy it,
I'm
man.
doing it. I'm just trying to get in, people's faces and get the experience going. Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. We are also joined this evening by the Shrine of the Ocean, Ernell Pearson, Ocean Shrine. How are you doing this very fine Monday night? Xander, you can turn your camera on, by the way.
Oh wait, he's here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
gotta.
here.
Yeah, he just
I-
joined.
He didn't. Nobody warned me.
Oh, we thought you would have heard him. Yeah, no, go ahead. We'll do a countdown. We'll do a countdown.
Yeah,
Xander, are
I
you ready?
totally thought. Yeah,
You ready,
I
Xander?
thought you heard the meow.
You ready, Xander?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and Devin's already doing it. He's already doing it.
Anyways,
Wow, this is
Why
very
is the frame
magical
still
looking.
up?
we are also once again,
on
like I
here?
said, we are joined by Ocean Shrine Ernell Pearson. How are you doing this fine Monday, my friend?
Man, I'm doing all right. It's been a
Just all right. Today's like your day off, dude. Why just all right?
I mean, it's all right. You know what I mean? It's all right. Like I
crazy.
can't complain.
Thanks
So you don't even want to
for
be here?
answering
Is that what you're
the
saying?
same-
You just hate
Yeah,
us,
man.
and you don't want to be here?
Is this-
And-
that what this is?
No,
Is this-
that's
like, is that what
that's
the-
all-
You'd rather
Are
be
you leaving
somewhere
the
else?
Kraken? Like, is that what's
Yeah,
going
other
on?
things
right
you'd rather be doing?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Damn, not yet. Okay.
No, man. I mean, it was a fine day. We finally were trying to like figure out ways that like I could work out not having to do the hella grocery shopping on Mondays, right? Because that's like
Mhm.
the only day really that I have to like get things taken care of. And so we've been kind of talking back and forth about like different things that we can do to sort of help alleviate that a little bit. So we started doing grocery pickups, right?
Oh,
Like,
dude, I
doing
was
the
just about
order,
to scold
then-
you. I was just gonna be like, "Why are you guys not doing fucking grocery
well,
pickups?"
I mean,
That's what I
most
do.
of the reason that we weren't is because the places that offer it are expensive. And Winco doesn't have that.
no,
So
they don't.
Yeah, they don't,
You
unfortunately.
do Walmart.
Yeah.
So what we
that's
did
true.
is a couple weeks ago, we don't like to shop at Walmart if we can help it, just because they're gross.
I mean,
um,
same, but at the same time, like,
yeah,
in terms of
Winco's
convenience,
my
like,
go-to.
Yeah.
Walmart.
So a couple weeks ago, I did a grocery shopping trip, and we kept the receipt. And Marilyn's like, "Let me see what like the prices would be comparable to via Fred Meyer, right?" And so she went and did like the exact same grocery list with Fred Meyer products and kind of put it side by side, and they were effectively the same price. Like after like all the like discounts and all this other shit that came along with it, it was a couple dollars more, but we were pretty much like, okay, we'll pay for the convenience of not having to like go into the store and like do it for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I did the pickup for the first time today. Dropped Marilyn off at work, dropped the kiddo off at my mom's. She didn't have school today because it's Martin Luther King Day, and
Right,
Mhm.
same.
and then went and picked up the groceries, and wow, it was fucking snappy.
Yeah, dude,
I had
it's so
an
fucking
extra-
convenient.
I had an extra 2 hours today, so I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Like, I'll watch War for the Rohirrim, and I did. Like, actually,
Hell yeah,
Devin, yeah.
Devin.
If you coupon hard enough at Safeway, it doesn't feel that expensive.
Nah, I don't fucking believe that for a chance.
I-
Safeway is so fucking expensive.
It can be,
So fucking
but I
expensive.
coupon like a
Expensive, man.
motherfucker, and I'm always saving like over $100.
Yeah, but like that's only worth it if you like want to put the effort into couponing. Which,
well, I mean, I
which
just
can
do it
respect
through the
not
app.
wanting
I
to.
just do it through the app though, and like, and
Yeah,
I
but
just
still,
do
I will
like
groceries.
that's
say,
like
from
that's
what I've
effort
seen,
that like I get not
couponing
wanting to
is,
put
like,
in.
I was gonna say couponing these days is a lot more effective if they have it, like an associated app, because a lot of times you can scan as you're putting things in your cart, and then it'll just automatically like apply said coupon, and then you just scan it at the register, and then boom, you're good.
Because
That's what we did for Target.
Yeah, I'll just do like I'll just have like Safeway deliver my groceries because you don't have to pay Instacart prices because they have their own
Yeah,
drivers
we've done
and
that
stuff.
sometimes too, but it's
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah, because
Spill
like,
my
dude,
grapefruit
going
soda
to the
all over me.
Winco by my house fucking sucks. It sucks. It's always
sucks.
like a
It really
30
sucks.
to like a fucking 45-minute wait to check out. It is terrible. It's always busy.
Ew.
There's never enough
Yeah.
staff. It's abysmal.
That
It
sounds
is.
fucking terrible.
Winco is pretty fucking terrible. I even like stopped by there after I got done picking up our main grocery order. I stopped by just like grab like something small really quick to like eat for today. And and even that trip was way too long for like the 3 things that I bought.
I've
Like,
literally stood in line there before with like only a few items, and 15 minutes will pass and I will audibly just be like, fuck this, and I'll just put the stuff down and leave.
yeah.
Winco's
Yeah.
really underrated here. Like, I don't feel like a lot of
Mhm.
people like shop at it, which is ridiculous because like they're like the highest quality Wincos I've like ever stepped foot in.
Not out here, baby.
But nobody, but nobody,
Yeah,
but
here.
nobody like shops at the Wincos here. They're like looked down upon. I swear.
Yeah.
Probably. That one's
I've never been to a Winco.
Yeah, I think they're
I think they're
West
a West
Coast.
Coast thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that sounds about right. They're super fucking cheap, which is why there's so many like people that fucking shop there.
I get bulk snacks from there.
Yeah, they have a great parking lot to sleep in. We slept in a Winco parking lot for the tour.
Yeah, yeah, and they won't tow you because they're nice fellas.
Yep, they don't give a shit. Thankfully.
Oh, it's based in Boise, Idaho.
Oh, there we go.
don't
Yeah,
give
so
a
kind
toot.
so kind of West Coast, kind of. Anyways, yeah, I mean it was fine day. I got to watch War of the Rohirrim. Did even more art for us for the D&D stuff. The new episode is out. Thank God,
yeah.
baby. Let's fucking go. Yeah, and then I had fried rice. Had fried rice for lunch. So yeah, that
Good
was
shit. Good
okay,
shit.
yeah.
I need to eat
Stay.
dinner after the podcast. It will be what I do immediately after this because I had lunch. I had Panda Express, which was
Oh,
delicious.
dude.
But
I'm also eating dinner. I got this like nice like Nashville hot chicken wrap.
that sounds.
Of course,
Oh
on
my god,
fries
that sounds.
inside,
That sounds
so
dope. That sounds
Very
super
nice.
dope.
We did
My
buffalo
fat ass is probably just
chicken
gonna have
salad.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I
keep
need to
that
get
salad.
dinner after this too. Probably just be Taco Bell because it's right there.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
smells like
I
Taco
get
toast.
you.
taco.
Sometime. Did you say toast? Are you having a fucking stroke?
I was
I-
just gonna say the same thing,
You
dude.
know that's not the first time
was
that like
stroke
I've
live on
heard that.
fucking Shipwreck show, dude. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild. Anyways, so everybody keep an eye on Arnell for a second. Make sure he doesn't just randomly
Please.
start fucking flying out of his chair. But until then, we are also joined by my co-pilot every Tuesday, my good friend Devin Stanford, Brevin the Dude. How are you this fine Monday? How was
It's
your
Monday,
weekend?
innit?
How was things?
Dude, I'm doing good. I had my annual annual
Oh, you're
review
at work. At work.
today. And yeah, I'm
Annual
good.
reveal.
Yeah.
He just showed his cock to everybody once a year for one
Hey
day.
yo, no.
No. Ernell, why do
Come
you
on,
always do
man.
that?
I'm sorry. No, honestly, that's where my brain went to.
I mean, same.
It's because of Ernell.
Yeah, he wasn't alone on that one.
Like,
I was like,
oh,
annual
yeah,
reveal.
dude,
He's
just
gonna
wants-
do
yeah,
it around
yeah.
and just showing his wiener.
Anyways,
Me, man.
yeah, that went good. It was just a really slow. Like it was so slow at work today. I felt myself like wanting to fall asleep at my desk constantly. You know.
Love that for you. You should
Um,
do it. You should do it sometime.
Yeah,
It's worth it sometimes.
I don't want to be that person at work because I'm trying to get
One-
promoted.
I
Real
slept in my
quick,
car on my
um,
lunch break.
I've
before.
done that.
Many times.
Last-
Yes.
Yeah.
Many
No,
times.
it was like last Friday or like it was a Friday basically. My supervisor, I
Friday.
told my supervisor like I was like, bro, I'm exhausted. I might actually find like a conference room and like take a nap in it because like on Fridays hardly anyone's ever at the building. And he's like, oh yeah, dude, go for it. I used to do that all the time.
Dude, I
Um,
love being validated like that. You're like, yes.
I fucking love it.
but like my weekend was pretty chill.
A weekend,
I spent Saturday all day with the fam. You know, hung out. I've been hanging out with
though?
my family a lot. You know,
Oh,
doing
yeah?
that.
Went over to my mom's for
like
dinner
all
on
day.
Sunday
Like
also.
Weekend though?
as soon as we got done with our D&D, I just like got ready and went over to my parents' house and hung out all day.
You just like spent
Did
all day
drugs.
there.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Did you do
brought
drugs
my
with your
dog with
parents?
me.
We probably played Magic.
You're not wrong.
Probably. And did drugs. You did drugs.
Magic's a gateway
no
drug.
drugs. No drugs.
No
But I
drugs?
did play Magic last night as well. I got invited to a
I believe it.
draft,
And did
like an
drugs?
in-person like little event draft thing where they take a box.
Like at a like at an LSG.
No, I went to someone's house for it. They bought a box, and there was 12 of us, and we each did 3 packs. And the way that we did this, it was a draft
That's
event.
cool.
So we would open a booster pack. You'd pick one card and then pass it to your left. And so we did that till one set,
On your
like
left.
the first booster was done. So the goal was to build a deck. So you had to look at the cards at random and build a deck and hope
Yeah.
that you were
Mhm.
finding
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
draft.
actually
I used to do pre-release events.
Oh yeah. I've done pre-release stuff too already.
I
but
fucking
I
hate
just
drafts, dude. I hate draft
Yeah, me.
formats.
I always lose in the first round. I'm dog shit at deck building in the
Dude.
moment.
Hate
Dude.
that shit.
I got one of the chase cards last night, and it was a card
Chase
that I was
cards, like the
looking for,
bank?
like one of the good cards. Like
Mm.
I'll just read a couple of the abilities here. It's called
Oh, okay.
Hullbreaker Horror.
Here we go. Reading,
got
reading
Flash.
abilities for a very.
It's got
for
no.
two people to
You
understand.
shut the fuck up. Let me talk. All right.
I love how Renell's actively drawing during all of this, by the way.
Yeah.
What?
Jesus Christ. Let me be into something.
Here I am. I was about to pull up Marvel Rivals, but no, Ernell's fucking
I can
drawing.
stop this. I can stop in the middle of this. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
You
never
can't just
mind.
stop in the middle of Marvel Rivals. You know what I'm saying?
Technically,
Devin,
you can.
read the abilities. Read the
Yeah.
abilities.
Go on.
What, you fucking 8? Read the goddamn abilities.
No.
Jesus Christ. You would
Go on.
have spent 2 sentences giving us some fucking reel up like, I want
Go
to show
ahead.
you guys this ability, and then get all up in your fucking feelings because we're kind of making some fucking fun of you about liking Magic the Gathering 20 years later. All right? Read the goddamn abilities.
No.
Oh, you motherfucker. This fucking guy.
Yeah,
go
got
go
his
to
ass.
the next
Whatever.
person. Go to
We
the
are
next
also
person, Garrett.
joined by.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets. You know what I'm saying?
I think
God
he's made his.
fucking
He's
damn it.
he's choosing to pout. That's fine. We are also
Oh,
joined
fucking damn
by it's Xander, who was late to the show. Didn't have his camera on first here, but he's here now. Xander,
Yes,
how was your
hi.
weekend? How are you this Monday? How are things?
Things are good. Yes, I was late. I'm sorry. I did not bring a doctor's note. I apologize.
Devin, give him
Shit
shit.
happens.
Give him shit.
Um,
Tell
I
him
already
he's
did.
fucking nerd.
I already did. He's in the title.
Oh, yeah,
shit.
that's right.
That's true.
That's right. He
Oh,
is
no.
in his ass.
no, I'm in the
Title.
title.
You are the
Yeah,
title.
weekend was good. Weekend was good. We got some random snow this weekend.
yeah, I
And
saw that
today and tomorrow are supposed to be like arguably the coldest days that we've
Same.
had so far here. So that was unexpected. I was planning on using my little fire pit out back this weekend, but Mother Nature said, "Hell no."
It's currently
Hell
6
no.
degrees at my house.
Yeah, I don't even want to take a look at it, but yeah, no, it was a pretty tame weekend. I had a lot of free time this weekend actually because I've been doing a lot of chores like early on in the morning and then the rest of the day kind of just chilling.
Hell yeah.
Fun fact, I actually revamped my personal Twitch channel to match the color scheme of Idol Apparel. Because I've actually been
nice.
finding like some like random free time to stream nowadays.
Oh,
So
okay.
I've been
Here
just
and there?
hopping on.
Nice.
Yeah, just hopping on, just like because I do miss getting on and gaming and just hanging out with people, and like I want to get back to that kind of like I don't have like a set stream schedule or anything like that. It's not like like I'm actually like coming back full time or some shit. It's just like whenever I have the time, just pop on and say hey, just hang out for a little bit. It's actually nice. I actually was able to get a nearly full crew for Marvel Rivals, which was a lot of fun. And I ran a few comp matches with Panda and slowly climbing out of the dirt box that is bronze right now. So yeah, other than that, I've just been chilling.
Hell yeah. Every single TikTok clip I've seen of Marvel Rivals reinforces why I would hate playing it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm so glad I have not started this game and probably won't.
Yeah.
Like I just like It looked, dude. It appealed to me on the surface, but like on launch day, I like saw everybody playing it, and I'm like, nah, fuck that. This ain't for me. Like I know
Yeah, it's
equivocally this is not going to be for me.
yeah, it's definitely like a game type where it's like if you're simply just not into hero shooters and stuff like that, like Overwatch
so
was,
not.
like it's
so
not gonna
not.
tickle your fancy. There was a little bit of at one point where I was actually genuinely into Overwatch and I actually played comp for a little bit. But I never got like super heavy into it. There was something about it that was just like, I could like stop playing for a few weeks and just like not even give a shit about it. But
I
the fact
actually
that
had a
they
friend gift me a copy of Overwatch, and I never played
Oh,
it.
Never
no.
play it. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like
Didn't
I, I
miss out on
played
much.
Overwatch for a little bit, and it was like it was okay. But then when me being a Marvel fanboy, when you add like what I liked about Overwatch plus the Marvel IP, I was like, fuck, they got me. They got me, and
That's fair.
it's been a fun time. And the biggest thing was the fact that it's approachable to my daughter as well. So she's been playing it, and I've been able to play with her. And then I've been playing a lot with my brother recently, which has been a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a lot going in it for me personally. But
Yeah, I get that. My brother and I are still been playing. We're like our go-to multiplayer game is absolutely still Helldivers. We've been playing that a lot, which is what I did this weekend. I did a lot of just gaming. I had a long weekend because of the holiday, and so Saturday, like my brother came over, and oh wait, am I getting my days mixed up here? Yes, I am. I am. Saturday, I worked and played some board games like all day. When I was just while working, and then after work, we played Helldivers, and then like Sunday, my brother came over and we played a game of Kill Team, which we hadn't played in a while since like before Christmas break, and it was a pretty close game. He won. It was like to like 13-11. I played as the Vespid Stingwings, and he played as like one of my other teams, the Tempest Aquilons, and
That's
he
so
beat
cool.
me.
I'm glad you've become such a huge Warhammer nerd, dude. Like, good job getting into it 20 years later. Sick.
I was waiting for the petty.
Sick.
I like how
Yeah, I
you
was waiting- I'm
like how
waiting
you
for it. I
direct
was
those
looking, wait.
comments at me, even though Ernell was the one who said it. Like I literally,
It's because Ernell's
I
already
made
talked.
so punish me for literally doing nothing other than sharing a bite of my
God,
day.
Hey,
I
Garrett,
was
hey, Garrett.
literally
You know
the
what,
one.
though?
No,
Garrett.
no.
know-
I'm talking. I'm the host, and I'm talking right now, and it's my fucking time to share my turn about my fucking weekend. Devin chose to give his time up. Okay.
He did. He did do that. He did do that.
Hey man,
He
life's
chose that.
unfair.
And to be honest, I was the one who prompted Devin playing Magic in the first place. Okay, so don't you
He did.
fucking
He did
come
do
at me hot as shit when I was the one who, and I made a passing comment. Okay, so fucking be mean to Ernell. Don't be mean to me. God damn it.
I'll take it.
19 inches of venom back
here.
If you want.
Crazy. It's
Direct
like now
your
you know
aggression
how
at
I
the
feel like
appropriate
every
person.
time one of these assholes interrupt me when I'm trying to talk about my weekend.
Again,
So what do you
why
guys
is
think about
this
the
my
weather?
problem? Anyways, like, so that's what I did on my Sunday, and then I went over to my mom's house for dinner, and then after that, I watched a little bit of King of Hill and played more Helldivers. After that, though, I didn't do shit today. I pretty much just kind of hung out at home and watched a little bit of TV, and then took a 4-hour nap. But yeah, that was my weekend. So now that everybody's been introduced. Sheesh.
Then you tell us those abilities yet? Nope, he's not. He's not gonna do it. He's not fucking do it. He's muted. God fucking damn it, man.
Y'all are ridiculous. Because this is the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 5 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything under the 7 seas have thrown our way. I haven't done that in a while. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive content, and you can have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken over at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in our bio in order to get updates when new episodes go live. Everywhere.
All the way.
Xander,
Yes, sir.
we have some captain orders real quick. Our latest episode
Hi.
of 20,000 Films is currently available, friends. That is our spoiler-free review of Wolfman. You can find that on YouTube or wherever fine podcasts are sold. You guys can also go check out goodkraken.com, which is now live, and check out and pick up some merch today. That also has access to all of our shows and links to our YouTube and various other platforms that we have our content on there. And last but certainly not least, long overdue. We've been working really hard on it. We're really excited to do more of it. Episode 0 of Songs of the Abyss, a D&D podcast, our D&D podcast, is now available for all of y'all to view. That is YouTube exclusive content, I believe. Yes?
No, it's on podcast. It will take a little while to hit Apple Podcasts. So you guys can find it on
so that will be on podcast services as well. But for right now, it is currently available on YouTube. Just keep your eyes on that. We will be sure to update you when it is regularly uploading to podcast services. Episode 1 will be coming to early access this Saturday. The reason we're letting you guys know about that is this is our first pre-recorded piece of content. You will not be catching us recording our D&D content live every Saturday morning. We have some time set aside where we do that on our own, and then we edit up and make it all nice and beautiful for you guys. And then by 12 Pacific time on Saturday, early access to our subscribers, and you guys will be able to watch that. Everybody else will be able to watch the latest episode that following Monday to start off your week. So those are our captain's orders we have for right now. For this episode, anyways, we will have obviously some more. So, guys,
Yeah.
recently, for the last couple of weeks, I have been waking up early on Saturday mornings, and I have been watching the latest episode of Thousand Year Blood War, Bleach, because like they've been coming out at like 7:30 a.m. in the morning, so like not like super early, but like a little early. And so like for the last 2 weeks, I've been waking up early enough to squeeze in watching this episode before we have like our meetings and do like our content for the day. And it reminded me a little bit about like I started thinking about like I honestly started thinking about like how I felt as a kid, like watching some of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons. And like the various different like networks that had like all the different kinds of Saturday morning cartoons. And I know there's like some equivocally like there's shows that like, oh yeah, if you were around like around this time, like and or watched probably this show like either after school or like as like a Saturday morning cartoon. And I'm talking like the ones that we all kind of know, like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Yu-Gi-Oh was a fucking after school ass Saturday morning like cartoon ass show for a lot of us. Pokemon, like the same sort of thing, like after school, like early morning before school. And I just started thinking about all those kinds of shows. But there's shows that I swear to God I have memories of that nobody fucking knows. I like just these random shows or like weird niche animes that are like were popular enough that like if you know, but like I feel like I mentioned them and everyone's just like I haven't seen that or heard of that. And so I wanted to ask you guys what some of your favorite childhood like Saturday morning cartoons were, or like some of the more niche ones that you guys might remember watching, just kind of throughout your childhood that you're just like I have so many memories of this, but like every time you bring it up, they're like I've never heard of this fucking show. Xander's got one right off the bat.
Yeah, this is actually something I've mentioned before with you guys, and you guys are the only ones where I've mentioned this show. And aside from DJ, sorry DJ, aside from DJ, you guys are like, oh yeah, I fucking remember that. Like I've never like no one else in my life has ever been like, oh yeah, I remember that show. That show was awesome. There's like maybe one other, like maybe Coop. Coop was probably the only other one that knew the show, but Mummies Alive was my shit.
I remember that
back in the day.
Oh yeah,
I fucking loved it, dude. It was so cool, and I think that's kind of what kickstarted
was that a Saturday morning or is that more of an after school special? Either's a good answer.
I'm pretty sure it was Saturday morning. I remember waking up and watching it on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But I think that's what kind of like kickstarted my obsession with like ancient
Wasn't
Egypt
that like
back
some
in the
Power
day.
Rangers like adjacent weird shit?
Yeah.
Like
they're
Kinda
like these
was. It kinda was.
mummies.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like these mummies, but then they had like these like exosuits that made them look kind of like they're kind of like ancient Egyptian Power Rangers.
Well, they
you
were
know?
like
And it was-
sarcophagus suits. Like that was the entire they
Yeah.
were like tomb suits. It was fucking sick, dude. They had
It was
different
so sick.
colors
You
and
could-
shit.
Yeah, they like combined like the kind of like the aesthetic of like Power Rangers meets like kind of like Transformers, but then ancient Egypt, and it was like so fucking just like the weirdest concept. Now that I think about it, but it was so cool to me, and I was just like, I love the shit. But that's the number one cartoon that comes to mind when you ask
Bro,
this, and
that-
I think I got like maybe like two others.
Yeah, we can kind of go
round
like
robin.
we can kind of go like round robin and give everybody like time to mention one.
Yeah.
Devin, you have one?
Dude, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I
Bad
I
day,
was
bad
trying
day,
to
bad day.
find that shit the other day. Did you know it's not available on any streaming services?
I bet you I can find it. I bet you I can
that's-
find
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I bet
Devin's
you it's
got a
on your
website.
fucking. It's on Devin's fucking
No,
fancy
no, I'm gonna
pants
send you the link
subscription
if I
service.
find it. I'm gonna send you the link.
Bro,
Yeah,
so-
no,
yeah,
It's
fucking
been a
up
while
there,
since I
fucking
looked Jackie
please.
Chan Adventures.
Because that was the show,
One
dude. That
more
was
thing.
Yeah, it's available. You can purchase it on Amazon Prime, but like that's
I
it.
found it.
Found it.
you found it.
All
Shit,
five
not,
There he is.
seasons.
like not on
Oh.
Flixer.
No, it's on Flixster.
Oh, it's on Flixer. Okay, damn.
Shh, no, we're gonna bleep that out. We're gonna bleep that
Whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 whoa! He's blowing the spot up. Oh
Whoa,
my
whoa,
Devin,
whoa,
Ricky
whoa,
Boo, Ricky
whoa,
Boo.
whoa,
No,
Ricky
no.
Boo.
Ernell said it first.
It was. I did
That-
say it first.
Oh
Oh,
damn! Stop
You
drawing.
go
is-
away, my
I
fine
Stop drawing,
girl, you go.
It is a fantastic show. It actually took me a really long time to realize that wasn't actually Jackie Chan voicing the character. He just did like the pre-recorded little bits at like the beginning.
Mhm.
But damn, he had me fooled as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
same.
Yeah, I just sent you the
I
link,
was
Garrick.
super convinced. I
Hell
was
yeah.
actually-
Yeah, dude, Jackie Chan's Adventures, that was fucking so fucking... Dude, it was like all of the fun of Jackie Chan's movies just animated with like some weird fantasy nonsense over the top. It was just...
Dude, the talismans? That's so
Yeah.
that-
Dude, it was
that
just
so
such it was
cool.
a really cool show. I remember watching that one a lot. That was definitely... I remember watching it Saturday mornings, but I feel like I watched the reruns in the evenings a lot more.
Mm.
Dude, I watched a lot
Anybody
of like
else? Oh,
I watched
Devin,
a lot
go
of X-Men and Spider-Man. Like, remember Fox Network cartoons back in the day?
Yeah,
I
the,
watched
like,
a lot
yes.
of that.
Rip, dude, that shit
Yeah.
ripped so hard.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Static Shock as well.
yes, dude. Static Shock was another good one. Fucking absolutely underrated.
Mhm.
Anybody else have any?
I mean, fucking Street Sharks, dude.
I knew you were
Sharks?
gonna mention
Street
that.
Sharks,
Dude,
man.
yeah, I remember watching
God
Street
damn.
Sharks. I know we've mentioned that. I know we've mentioned like Street Sharks before and like just nostalgic cartoons and shit. But dude, Street Sharks is it's still so good. Like, I'm pretty sure by the time most of us were like really getting into cartoons, it was mostly reruns, right? Like that show it only had like a season or two, didn't it? Like, it didn't have
I
very
don't
many,
remember
like,
having
total
a
episodes.
lot, yeah, bummer.
Like, I don't think it had a ton of total episodes. So I think by the time, and actually, when the fuck did
Do
Street
you
Sharks even come out?
remember when they used to do the Saturday morning Toonami takeovers? Do you remember those?
Oh
I do
yeah.
not
Yeah.
remember
Wow,
that.
Street Sharks is actually on fucking Peacock. That's crazy.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Ooh. Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
like straight up. It's on Peacock. It released in
Ernell was like, I'm going to
1994.
subject my daughter
It
to
released
this.
in 1994 and has 3 seasons. For how many
Apparently, okay.
How many total episodes?
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like that show was so like
40 total episodes.
it was so like Ninja
Niche.
Turtles adjacent that just like
Oh,
people would have rather watched.
that's
Ninja Turtles,
100% why it was the show it was because it was Ninja Turtles adjacent.
Right.
Guys.
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
oh, you first, because I was gonna bring up another one.
I was gonna say I just looked up the 1999 to like November 13th, 1999 to April 1st Saturday morning cartoon block on Cartoon Network. like
Okay.
the lineup. So bring up your show, and then I'll go through these.
I was gonna say my real main one that I was like the most stoked for all the time was Digimon.
Oh,
that
dude,
my-
yeah,
that my
Digimon was
Yeah.
Saturday mornings for sure. I
Mhm.
watched Digimon hella on Saturday mornings. Definitely one of those. I watched a lot of those like very niche, or not. I guess not niche, but like very like kid. What's the word? Kid demographic targeted.
Sure.
Is like there's
you
a
weren't
better phrase for
into
that. But like I was really into like those kid targeted shonens, like a lot.
yeah.
And I watched
Yeah.
so many of those. I think that was ultimately like, as much as I equate like DBZ to like my anime awakening, there were really a lot of other animes I watched just like like Saturday morning cartoons that like I probably don't give enough credit to, like Pokemon, Digimon, super obvious givens. But like there's
Mhm.
one that like I watched a lot called Shaman King. I really liked Shaman King a lot. That was
I
a Saturday
forgot
morning
about that
cartoon.
one. I read that manga, dude. That
Yeah, and like it never got finished as a Saturday morning cartoon. Like they never finished like the story, and then they rebooted it on Netflix. So I was just like, no fucking way. And I rewatched the entirety, and like they actually like completed the adaptation this time of Shaman King, and I remember watching that, and I was just like, hell yeah, it is the most fucking power friendship ass shonen ever. I love it, which is kind of what the whole deal with shonens, right? Power friendship. And I remember watching that a lot. I also remember watching a ton of do you guys remember Zatch Bell?
Yes.
That's
What was
that's
that? I remember
So
that.
Zatch Bell was like this, and I'm probably I'm gonna misremember a few bits here, I'm sure. But
Holy
I
shit,
just to know
yeah.
that basically there was like this little kid robot that like from another dimension fell out of the sky. Basically, this little kid, it's like he's like a tiny robot or like or some other like metahuman type. He's not human, but he looks like a very small like Astro Boy ass type deal. And he's got like blonde hair and like electric based abilities, and his name was Zatch. And the anime was called Zatch Bell. And basically, other people also acquired these weird Astro Boy robots. And they like were after you acquired a robot, you were like automatically signed up in this tournament, and were like basically forced to participate. And I just remember it being really fucking sick. I have like
I
a lot of
remember that.
memories. But
I got-
like there's so many, I feel like a lot of people don't remember that one, or like I feel like nobody remembers another one I used to watch called Fighting Foodons.
Actually do not
Just
remember
drop a
that
link for
one.
Zatch Bell.
I don't
in
remember that
description.
one
But-
at all, dude.
But I do have one for you, Garrick, that I think you might remember.
Okay, hold on to that thought,
Yeah.
Devin. Let me tell you guys about fucking Fighting Foodons really quick. Because
Oh my
you guys
God,
didn't know
okay.
about that shit. And Fighting Foodons is like what probably made me love food related anime. But basically, Fighting Foodons was this CW Kids Saturday morning like a shonen anime cartoon, and they literally cooked these meals, and the meals fucking came to life.
I remember
and
this
fought
show.
each other,
I
like
remember
actually
this show.
battled, bro. Like straight up duked it out, and the best meal won.
I remember these shows. I remember
That
this.
sounds
Dude,
fucking awful.
nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers it.
I
And then
remember.
I'm just like, I remember the fucking theme song, dude.
Oh my god.
I don't think I ever watched this, but I recognize the fucking like ninja rice plate guy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
with the-
dude,
seeing
or
that
like the
before.
hamburger guy with like the old school paper hat like fit. Dude, yeah, like I just
Yeah,
like
dude.
there's different like in like so they had like their repertoire of dishes they used, and so like their dishes were basically their Pokemon, and so like when they
my
learn
God.
new dishes, they'd get like a new monster out of their team, and it was
Oh.
just fucking. I loved it so fucking much. But
If you
Devin,
Google
I know
search
you said
Fighting
you had
Foodons.
one for me, but DJ has been surprisingly quiet. Like, dude, I know Saturday morning cartoons changed a little bit, but did you not watch any?
No, I don't think so. I really Like
What
I
did
Oh
you?
my
Okay, were you
God.
into like? Hold on. Let me try to fit the question to you in some way. Then did you have like a cartoon phase?
kind of, but like I never got to the point where I was like, oh, the newest episode is coming this time. I gotta be ready for it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Or I'm
dude,
excited.
I had
It might
like
be a generational
I
thing.
had like evening.
No,
It
no,
could very
a lot
well
of my
be.
peers are
But
like
like
that.
I feel like I feel like a lot of people in Gen Z had like a lot of really popular shows on
yeah, no,
block,
they
right?
definitely did, but
And
I it just wasn't
so
me.
that just wasn't that's interesting. I didn't I do know there are a lot of people that like I do know people that weren't into cartoons as kids, but like I just I personally had not met one of those individuals yet. But like what did you watch other kinds of shows? Like did you have like other media or were you a fucking YouTube kid?
He
I
actually
was
thinks
definitely
that
a YouTube
animated
kid.
content is for kids.
I definitely was more of a YouTube kid. As soon as like I found out about YouTube, I think I delved into that a lot more. But what's surprisingly, I didn't use YouTube like as it was coming out and as it was getting popular because like I never got into PewDiePie. I never got into like those big creators like
God.
at that
Yeah, dude,
time,
I miss those either. There was like a few
right?
like very big Let's Players that like I liked, but like
Mhm.
I fell in and out of love with them as like their content stayed the same and
Yeah.
I got older.
And like I was so young, I didn't understand how to use the website either. So like I would remember the names of the videos. I would search them up. I didn't log in. I didn't subscribe to anyone. So like I literally just remembered the name and I would type it in to just search for what I was looking for. And sometimes I wouldn't get it. So I would just like go around and I would just try to recognize it by thumbnail. And yeah, dude, that's what I was doing
Okay.
most of the
Honestly,
time.
that does track. I believe that. I just see you being more of like a YouTube media sort of kid, like just in
hmm
general.
There were some cartoons I enjoyed, but I can't really remember. Like I just watched them in passing. Like oh, it's
You
on
never
TV.
had
I'll
like that
watch it.
you never had that show that was just like I want to watch this when it's on as it's on in the evening.
Actually, you know what? G4. When G4 was on, you know what I mean? Like
What's
I
G4?
was out.
I don't know that I know that I don't know that I
G4
know what
was
that
the
is.
gaming network channel.
Yeah,
Yep.
gaming network
Mhm.
channel. They were like
X
big in the
Play,
Maybe I'll
2000.
know what it
Attack of
is
the
if I see it.
Show.
Yeah, all
Rose, who was on
those.
the very first episode of Good Kraken podcast, worked for G4.
hmm They had a recent like they had a recent comeback like last year, the year before.
Very
It was a
short
couple.
Um,
lived.
It was a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
unfortunately,
It
didn't
was a
work
couple
out.
yeah,
years ago.
a couple years ago. That they tried to bring it back, but there was a lot of like I know a couple creators that were in there. There was a lot of like behind the scenes shit that was like really fucked with the whole
Oh,
thing.
that's a bummer.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I feel
What
like
a
that.
bummer,
I feel
man.
like that can be said about a lot of those networks.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, like especially like networks where there's a lot of adults with youth involved. Unfortunately, Sander.
That actually that brings to mind something. So there were pockets of time where my parents were trying to like save money, so they would cut back on the cable a little bit, and so we'd only have like certain channels or whatever. And I remember one channel that was really cool to me personally, especially coming from, you guys are musicians as well, you guys might appreciate this. It was just an all music channel, but it was primarily live concerts and music documentaries, and that's like all it was. And I loved it. I can't remember I can't remember what the
I'd
name of
say
it was,
no. That
but it was
doesn't
like
sound familiar to me at
it
all.
was like a free channel that came with cable. And I remember seeing like
I
Dave
was so
Matthews
fucking
Band
into
live at
cartoons,
the
though.
Red Rocks on
Yeah,
there, which is a really cool one.
I feel like it was
Um,
some subsidiary of MTV because I remember there was this girl that I dated for like 2 months in high school, and I like went to her house one day, and her family had this channel on their TV, and I remember specifically seeing an Evanescence music video that was playing. And I was like, oh,
mhm.
this is really cool. And I like saw like the music video ended, and then it went to like directly into another music video. And it had like a splash screen for like the channel itself. I think I know what you're talking. I want to say it started with a Z.
No,
See if you can find that. See if you can find the name
never had
of
any.
the network.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to find out. But it never had any music videos. It was strictly like live
Live
concerts
Oh, okay.
or
Maybe I'm thinking of something else
documentaries.
then.
Yeah, that definitely
but I also
cannot say I
remember-
know anything about that.
Oh shoot! What was that rock band that fuck
Yeah, love them.
they had that song about Haley's Comet or something like that. Fuck. They had like a radio. They were like kind of like
Train.
No. Oh, God damn
Song
it.
about-
Yeah, I
Haley's
will not be
Comet.
able to help you with this at all.
Yeah, he's above this. He's
Oh, I
above.
got
he's
this.
No,
above that
I just
Right?
never had cable like that. I had
Oh.
like basic ass cable.
I was super I was super fucking into cartoons, honestly.
Yeah.
Devin, you've been on some waiting long enough though. Did you have like your
Shine Down.
list?
Oh,
Shine
down.
Fucking
Dang.
Shine Down. There was a live concert of
Haley's
Shine
Comet
Down.
Makes
and it was
makes a
actually
train
really good.
reference. Makes a train reference. Actually, Shine Down.
Haley's Comet is like one
He
thing.
does
dude.
mention- he
You
does
gotta go
say,
listen to divorced dad rock bangers for a bit.
Is that
Get yourself
45?
learned.
Is that 45 that Haley's
Wild.
Comet gets mentioned in the lyrics? I think it's like one lyric in
Second
one
Chance.
song.
It's Second Chance, I think.
It is second chance, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
Yeah.
remember,
It's
I remember
in
them
the
playing the
pre-chorus. It's
Sound
not
of
even the
Madness.
chorus.
Oh my
No.
god.
So weird that that's the
Um,
fucking line you remember.
But
This is such
But
a
they played
funny
the Sound of
episode, guys.
Madness,
I'm having
and
so
I was
much
like,
fun.
"This is actually not bad." Like, this was my first introduction to Shine Down at all, and it was just like a live concert. And I was like, "They're actually pretty good live." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I would
I'd
Devin
never
on
really
this
like.
one. I would Devin on this one, dude. They're so dad rock. It's crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
they really
No, they
are, dude.
yeah.
They
They really
really
are.
are.
And I tried
Like,
listening to the
epitome.
recorded stuff, and I was like, I can't.
Devin, you said you had one for me specifically, and then you can get to your if you still remember it.
Oh,
If
dude,
not,
I have a lot of ones to
gonna say, if not,
mention
you
that
can
I'm
just-
sure
you
we
can
can
lead
all
off your
connect
list.
with. We can all
Yeah,
connect
go
with
ahead.
these. So one
Go ahead.
specifically for you, Garrick, Metabots.
Oh
I
man.
fucking
Oh,
love
yes.
Metabots, dude.
I
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit
That's
ruled.
good,
dude.
I
That
played
show's
the
so tight.
games associated with it too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Metabots, man.
Had
I
I
used to watch
had
this
the little
shit.
figures. Yeah, there were Metabot games, and there was figurines too. I had the
I had
figurines,
figurines.
and I with the interchangeable parts. That shit
Yeah.
was so sick. And then you would battle your friends, right?
Yep.
You do like the little,
Mhm.
you play the actual game, right?
Yep.
And then like you trade, you'd like give up a part if you lost.
Yep.
Oh,
Dude, it
yeah.
was
I've
Yeah.
honestly thought about getting
so much fun.
the Metabots for like on an emulator.
Dude,
An
I've
old,
been
like, Game Boy
I've been
Advance
seeing
game.
that like Beyblades are making a comeback and they've been
Yeah.
fairly popular recently.
Yeah,
Hell
no,
yeah.
they have. I got some funny videos to show you about that. But like, do you guys remember Mucha Lucha?
Yes.
God, that show
Yes,
is so good,
dude. I do love Mucha Lucha. That show was
Yeah.
fucking goofy as fuck. Really funny though.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then like another like hitter was obviously Batman Beyond. Like, come on, Batman Beyond was
Oh yeah.
amazing.
I love
that was-
Batman
yeah.
Beyond.
That was
Yeah.
straight
One of
gas, dog.
one of my favorites.
And one thing
damn.
I didn't realize, I'm looking at the
That
year.
was a
two-
Saturday morning cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the like the main like the top public access like channels, like, you know, ABC, CBS, Fox,
Like
NBC.
you're that have
WB.
like the Saturday.
Like,
yeah,
I'm looking at the
WB.
main blocks.
Oh yeah,
right now.
dude! WB Kids had fucking
Yeah.
That's where Yu-Gi-Oh was on.
Yep, Pokemon was on WB.
Sure
Jackie
was.
Chan Adventures was on WB.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
X-Men Evolution, the like
I remember
edgy
X-Men
one.
Evolution. Yeah, the
Dude,
edgy
that
one.
one was so good, actually. And
It's kind
Static
of
Shock.
wild.
Also, the fucking
Kinda-
I think Disney had the Disney XD had like the Spider-Man 2099 run or whatever
Yep,
whatever
yep.
the fuck it was.
Yep.
There was also a.
It's funny to think about like a lot of these shows, especially with WB having those shows, like what we know now about these studios having the rights to specific IPs and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of wild to think of like who had control of it then, and looking back on it, and like how they operate now. It's so
Mhm.
weird. Wow. Fuck.
Zoids, dude. Zoids.
Dude,
Yep,
Zoids
Zoids,
fucking
man.
rules. Dude, they came out with a video game, like a new updated video game a few years ago, and like we got like a delayed release into the West, and it wasn't as good as I was hoping.
Yeah.
But like
No.
I absolutely really I fucking loved Zoids,
I-
man. Zoids was so cool.
I had some of the toys
Yeah.
and stuff
Me
like that.
too.
Liger Zero,
me
baby.
too.
Let's go. Liger Zero is my
Yep.
shit.
I had like
Yeah.
the
That shit went
burgundy
hard.
colored one.
The red tiger.
Yeah.
Liger Zero was the white one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
That was the
also
main one.
there was a Sabrina the animated series back then too.
Oh wow, I forgot
I
about
remember
that.
that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, they did
Like
do
the
that.
super,
yeah.
I
like
never watched
the
it, but-
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the cutesy
Yeah.
one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was actually
Really.
It was voiced by Melissa Joan Hart too, wasn't it?
I
I
think
don't
so
know.
because it was around the same time that they were still
Yeah.
airing the live action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Men in Black TV series too.
I remember
Yes,
that
there
one,
was.
and
Yeah.
it was
Yes,
really
there
it was a
was.
really good cartoon.
It was fucking
They
hype,
actually
dude.
used their likenesses from the movie. It was like it was like the same characters.
Yeah, dude. What else? Dude, Batman Beyond got a full hour in the spring for on WB. They got
Did
a
you
full
really?
hour. Yeah,
Wow.
and so did
Isn't that-
Pokemon.
Yeah, so
Pokemon got it.
2 episodes.
Pokemon got an hour and a half on.
3
Oh
episodes.
yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
3
Yeah.
episodes. Yeah, because they would do like the like 2 episodes before, the week before, and then like the new episode.
Mm-hmm.
Or they would do like some shit where like they would do like the week before and then they would do the new episode 2 times in a row.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Of like, I'm just looking at all these years. I'm gonna look at
I got
2001.
one.
Hit 'em.
I got
Hit us
one
with
that
'em.
was that is I to this day I will go back and rewatch it because it is near and dear to my heart. Mega Man NT Warrior. It is
Oh,
the
yeah.
cartoon that went alongside the
think I
Battle
watched that
Network
one.
series.
Oh,
so
okay, maybe I did watch it then because I was really into Battle Network.
Dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, I just love the whole Battle Network series together because that's my favorite iteration of Mega Man, where it had Land and Mega Man, and he was like the school kid, and like I just love everything about it, and like that character design for Mega Man is by far my favorite. And I think I think that might actually be truly my first actual anime that I like legit watched.
Even before like Pokemon or Digimon, you were into that first?
Yeah, because I had watched Digimon and Pokemon, but like I never like stuck with it like I did with
Oh,
Mega Man and
fair.
Warrior.
Like you watched this. Like we're
Like, I
looking
was like,
forward to
I'm
watching
ready
the
for the
weekly
new episode,
episodes. Yeah.
Big
I
fan.
get you. Do you have
Big
any more?
fan.
Do you have any more, Devin? Like since you're kind of looking at the list,
There was the
I have
Mummy.
like
The Mummy.
oh
Secrets
yeah,
of the Magi.
the Mummy series. That was a WB one, wasn't it?
Yep.
WB?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh my
was.
god,
Yeah.
there was a Mummy animated
Yeah.
series. I forgot about that
There
too.
fucking
Holy
was.
shit.
Yep,
I
I
remember
remember
that being pretty good
Oh,
too. It got
it
like
was
2 or
tight,
3
yeah.
seasons.
I remember that.
This one wasn't Saturday morning. Okay, it might have been. I personally remember watching it a lot more after school, but it was called Code Lyoko.
Yeah,
And it
dude,
was like-
I was looking at that. The weirdest character designs for the heads.
Dude, that shit looks fucking bizarre. It straight up
head.
aged so poorly. But it was like this weird fucking CGI like mid 2000s cartoon where these like 3 or 4 kids at this school would fuck off into these woods, and inside this woods was like this magic tree thing, and inside this tree it would teleport you to this digital world, and like they would do all sorts of bonkers shit in there. It was like legit the first isekai.
It was
Like before it was like a thing. Dude, I remember watching it. It doesn't look good at all. Like it is completely unwatchable in the modern time. But I remember watching it a lot and conceptually being very interested in it. But yeah, the character designs were not good.
Yeah. I was also like a really big fan of Teen Titans. Teen Titans was really good.
Dude, Teen Titans just fucking rules. Was objectively that was also one that was one of that was like the evening block. Teen
That one,
Titans
yeah.
was at like 7 to 8 in the evening. I remember watching that. But fucking yeah, dude, Teen Titans was so fucking good.
I
Honestly,
actually
there was just a really strong. I think we just had a really strong era of cartoons.
Mm-hmm. I mean, dude,
actually
Or no?
I
Oh,
was
sorry,
just gonna
Devin,
say I didn't get into Teen Titans until I was in high school. So like, I came in real late on Teen
I was like
Titans.
I think I was like preteens. Preteen. I was really into DC shit because like more so than like I was really into the DC shows as a kid. Like really into the DC shows.
how have we not just brought up the regular animated Batman show? Like, I know all of us watched it.
Like Batman the animated
It's like
series.
big
Yeah.
ass chiseled jaw motherfucking
Like
Batman.
blue,
and-
like with
Yeah,
the blue and
dude.
yellow suit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait.
No, he had black,
I thi- I
gray, and
think
yellow.
It was black
gray,
and gray, yeah.
with the yellow
and
symbol.
he was just fucking. He had just the
Oh
biggest,
yeah.
broadest motherfucking
That was
shoulders. Yeah.
Did he have the yellow symbol though,
I think so. At
or
least
black symbol?
maybe the black symbol.
I
Maybe
don't
it was the
It's
black
been a
symbol.
while.
Yeah.
I
it
swear
has-
to God, he had like a bluish
Wait,
cape.
did
though.
you just say it's been a while?
Been
I
a
did.
while.
Been a while.
He does have the yellow
Did you just
oval.
say?
He has the yellow oval.
Yellow oval? God.
That was good. That was actually good. That was good. Yeah, he has the yellow oval and the yellow like utility belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also the Saturday morning block for Cartoon Network. I know we all watched this a little bit. It
What was
started.
Like, what was in it?
This is 1999, November
Uh-huh.
13th. So I know we watched this shit because we were.
Oh
young.
yeah, for sure.
Cow and Chicken,
Yep.
Dexter's
I watched Cow and
Laboratory.
Chicken. Yep.
I actually don't
ones,
know what
yeah.
this is, but it's Mike, Lou, and OG.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't
think,
know. I don't recognize that one either.
Yeah, Johnny
Dude,
Bravo,
The one thing I
Johnny Bravo.
Courage the
Oh.
Cowardly Dog, probably my favorite on this list.
Yeah, I loved Courage. Courage was so. Courage is still fucking good. Courage is still a good show.
Well. Yeah.
Return the
There's-
slab.
Like that shit is objectively a good show.
The Powderpuff Girls.
Still
Dude,
good.
Girl,
Still
still
good.
Powerpuff
Oh,
Girls is
that's-
also
I've
still
watched-
fucking good.
I've watched some of the new episodes with my daughter.
I've
That
heard
shit
they were
fucking
really-
slaps, dude.
They
Yeah,
rebooted it,
dude,
but
new
they did it
episodes.
like they did it like very truly. Like they really just like
It is
kept
the
the same
exact
art
same
style.
art style.
Yeah,
They just
like
cleaned
they-
it up. Like the lighting is the same. The characters are the same. The voice actors are, if they're not the same, they're fucking really similar. And the
Well,
like, the
isn't
shit
one of
that
them
they-
Tara Strong?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's
Yeah.
still doing it.
yeah, no,
but
she's
but
Bubbles,
they-
right?
yes,
Mhm.
yeah. And they still do like Powerpuff Girls level shit. Like they're just fighting fucking crazy creatures and shit in town.
Which is
It's-
Buttercup.
It's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. Highly recommend.
And then probably one of the weirdest shows that I liked when I was a kid.
Or no,
Ed,
wait.
Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, no, she
Dude,
is- no.
Ed, and Eddie's
Ed,
good,
Ed and
dude.
Eddie
It's
is an
classic.
absolute fever dream. It is one
Yeah.
of my favorite cartoons ever fucking made. I have actually gone back and rewatched it as an adult. Like I actually think that show is so fucking funny. I think honestly, as an adult though, Rolf is probably the best written character in the whole fucking
Yes,
show.
Rolf
He's
is so
so
good.
fucking funny. He has the best lines.
Son of
The
a
best
shepherd.
fucking like, dude, the best fucking lines.
Oh
Or
fuck!
no,
they-
or no, it just looks like he had an epiphany.
Well, one,
Oh,
I just
dude,
remembered
toast.
that they did that like super fucking sick Godzilla animated show when they came out.
I
with
remember
dog
that.
shit down
Yeah,
Oh, I
based on
remember that,
based
yeah.
on the 19 Matthew Broderick
the
one.
99 one. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
the
And then
Zilla show.
Also,
Yeah.
totally just fucking remember they did a fucking Donkey Kong show that was like 3D animated. You
Oh
remember that?
yeah,
Like,
dude!
Diddy Kong?
With
Yeah.
Cranky Kong, I exclusively remember Cranky Kong for some reason.
Yeah, dude, I remember seeing that because it was the same animation style as Transformers Beast Wars, and I remember
Yeah,
specifically
It was
being
really
like,
stiff and kind
"Whoa,
of
this
funky.
is so cool!" Like,
yeah, yeah,
Dude, Beast
dude.
Wars was
Oh,
my
man.
shit too.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a Ratchet and Clank cartoon.
Yes, there was.
Yeah,
I remember
Awesome,
watching
yeah.
that. I remember watching Ratchet and Clank. Did y'all watch fucking K&D, Codename Kids Next Door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I did.
Love that one.
DJ,
Did
That was my
anyone-
favorite.
watch that one? DJ, watch that one.
Mhm.
DJ's watched a few of the classics. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like there's a few he might have caught.
Yeah.
Does anyone here remember? And I might butcher the name, but it was Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
Yes, I do, and you got the name right actually.
Yes, okay.
Dude, there
I
were
thought it was
so
gonna be
many
so fucking
bizarre
simple
experimental
after.
cartoons just in general in like the 2000s because that was one of them. Or
Mhm.
that like I really ended up I just kind of liking like Danny Phantom I really enjoyed or
fucking love
My
Danny
Life as a Teenage Robot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys watch that show?
Yes.
Like
I
I
did.
fucking
Yeah,
like that one was
remember
really
watching
good.
it.
Or
I
fuck
really-
Chalk World. Did anybody watch Chalk World?
I remember it. I
remember that.
it.
I did not catch.
I remember that.
Dude,
Dude,
oh my god,
the
Chalk
little
World
blue
has
guy or whatever. I used to draw him all the time.
Dude, me too. That's what the fucking Lime and the Coconut song is literally lives in my head rent free because of Chalk World. Ernell, you need to look at Chalk World. First off, as an artist, you need to explore that shit. It is one of the weirdest drawn shows I've ever fucking seen ever. Also, it is straight. It is Ed and Eddie Fever Dream level weird.
Is it Chalk World or Chalk
Oh,
Zone?
or Chalk Zone.
Chalk
Chalk
Zone,
Zone.
Chalk
Chalk Zone.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But
I
basically,
see
this
what you're
kid
getting at.
has like a magic piece of chalk, and he goes and he draws a
Oh,
circle, and
the
he
little
can
blue
go
superhero
into.
guy.
Yes, dude.
Okay, I do remember that.
I draw a little ninja guy that's loosely based off of him.
Yeah, like Chalk Zone. Yeah, Chalk Zone was the name
I
of the
do
show.
remember that.
Yeah, dude. The fucking Lime and the Coconut. Literally, there was like a whole episode where they played that song like more than once.
I
And-
just dropped a video in social for that one specifically.
I think my little sibling was more into that than I was, and that's why I might not have like remembered it very clearly.
That's fair.
You guys remember the Kirby animated series?
Oh, it
Oh
was so
yeah,
good,
dude.
It was so good.
Meta Knight was such a badass.
Yeah. And I'm not talking like the weird 3D one. I'm talking about the actual drawn animated
Yeah.
series they did.
Yeah, it was a really good, like, it was a good show. I watched that shit all the time.
Oh,
If I
dude,
may.
for the Lime and the Coconut, that was actually the Baja Men in the show in that episode.
Yeah.
Was it
I heard
really?
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
it was actually
okay.
the.
Two things. One, I actually just got done watching like a few days ago a Baja Men like short documentary about the making of Who Let the Dogs
Hold
Out.
on, what?
Yeah, and like how like they weren't even actually like the original writers of that song,
Nope.
and they got like wildly sued for it, and like
Yep.
there was a whole bunch of other shit. The guys that are singing in that band weren't even originally in the band when that song got written and recorded. It was fucking crazy. It's super interesting, but they do mention that that they did that song in that. But also too.
We should have it
You
across
guys,
a
you guys know
documentary
the
with Bob.
YouTube channel Death Battle?
Oh yeah, dude. It's been a long
YouTube channel
time. Yeah.
and podcast technically, but they have
Mhm.
like different characters and different things like go head to head in like a
Mhm.
sort of like who would win this scenario, and then like the
In like
people on
a
the
faux
show like,
simulated scenario.
they discuss it and they kind of like come up with this sort of like metaphorical what if. They did an episode that was Rudy to Booty from Chalk Zone versus Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Oh,
What the
my
hell?
God.
Like when
Yeah,
these two
see?
kids would fucking obliterate each other.
Be-
That's so good.
Yeah,
Rudy
dude. Because like yeah,
Tribling,
same.
just
Because
saying.
honestly, they probably have the same sort of fucking powers. But
It's
yeah,
very
dude, there
similar,
was. There was like the early 2000s, like mid 2000s shows, like where they got weird and experimental. I liked a few of those, but damn, there was just as many of them that missed. Like as soon as we started getting into the 2010s, and like I don't know if it was just like me aging out of cartoons, which it was stupid because I really didn't age out of cartoons at all. I think I was just no longer the demographic of those particular cartoons. But like the 2010 stuff and later, it didn't really hit for me. I would say like the bridging cartoon where I would say was like I have the really strong memory of like I love this cartoon, I watched this cartoon, but like it definitely wasn't made for like my audience or like our age group was Chowder.
I love
Oh,
Chowder,
damn.
dude. I love Chowder so
Right?
much.
We can all agree that when Chowder came out, it was made for our younger siblings, right? Like that shit wasn't for
Yeah.
us. Like,
I mean,
Dude,
I
that was
have
my
that up
brother's
for
nickname.
I have that up for question though, because I feel like at the time there was Chowder and there was that other show that was really, really similar. That had like a longer name that I can't fucking remember for the life of me right now. But those two shows, along with Adventure Time, like they all kind of started getting some attention relatively at the same time.
oh, are you thinking of fucking
Misadventures of
the
Flapjack?
Misadventures of Flapjack, or
Yeah,
the
Flapjack,
Oh, yeah.
Flapjack,
or
that's what it was.
the Gumball one?
Yeah,
The
Adventures
Amazing
of
World of
Gumball or something
Gumball.
like that.
That
Amazing
one.
World
Amazing
Gumball.
World Gumball. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, all those shows kind of like started getting a lot of attention at the same time. And I remember like thinking to myself, because the first time I ever ran into one of them was when I ran into Adventure Time. And like my niece and a little sibling were watching it. And I remember there's like this episode where like I feel like it's the ice wizard guy. He's like
Dude,
floating through a forest.
Adventure Time
and,
has some adult ass jokes.
and he like
Yeah.
turns himself like inside fucking out or something, and his like skeletal system is showing. I was like, "What the fuck are you guys watching?" And then I got sucked into it. Like, I was like, "Yo,
there's
this
Adventure
shit's
Time
literally-
is
sick,
goated,
dude."
man.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
it really,
Adventure
really
Time.
is.
Adventure Time is actually quite good, especially if you like if you're willing to piece the plot together. You're like, what the fuck? But dude, yeah, there's some really questionable scenes in like late 2000s cartoons. Xander, give me just 1 second. I'm about to see you. But that scene made me think of there's like a scene in the Amazing World of Gumball where like the balloon like is eating their lunch. But like they're literally talking throughout their mouth, but they're eating their food. They're like their ballooned ass. And like they're like physically straining to like consume this through their little balloon opening on the bottom. And you're like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Xander.
That super duper checks
So
out.
I was actually gonna say my outlook on those like that era of Cartoon Network and stuff like that. I just saw it as like it was almost like the houses of Hogwarts. Like there were different kinds of people that subscribed to different shows during that era. Like there was the Flapjack kids, there were the Chowder kids, there were the Adventure Time kids, and then there were people like me who were into regular show.
Regular Show was big,
my
too.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Shit,
that
yeah.
was, and like when you find out, like I found out like the original like pitch was like a fucking acid trip or whatever. I'm like, dude, this is insane.
For
Like,
which
the
show?
creator was like regular show.
Oh yeah, dude. Regular Show is fucking okay. I'm not gonna lie. I really like to garden heavily and then watch that show.
Oh, guard. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to
yeah.
pick up what you were putting down for a second there.
Yeah,
I was like,
I really-
get yourself a nice bubble tea.
I really
and
enjoy.
fucking-
Yeah, I really enjoy gardening and then watching
mhm.
Regular Show. That shit's
Mhm.
so
yeah,
fucking crazy.
it really does bring out the green thumb in a lot of us. Actually, now that
Okay. All right. Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, no, wow, dude, yeah, there's such a crazy like. I feel like that was like a golden era of cartoons. Like I've seen like the cartoons that are available now, and I'm just like, you guys don't have it as good as we have it. And like I'm sure like they're not all bad cartoons. Like I've seen Bluey. I know Bluey's like basically a fucking masterpiece, right? Like it's
Yeah.
it's a very well crafted children's cartoon show. But that's like the younger demographic of like cartoon show, right? Like we have like I feel like we've really lost like the art and the craft of making like a good cartoon for like that 8 to 12-year-old.
Mhm.
They don't
Like
matter.
that, which I feel like is like like as far as like TV and stuff is concerned is honestly the case, because like a lot of those and like or maybe I just don't see those shows anymore because they come out via streaming services and I don't know what they look like.
That's
I was gonna
100%
say because
what
there
it
is
yeah.
one show that arguably I think fits that criteria that you're talking about, and I've brought it up before for you guys, and I think you guys might actually want to check it out because me and Lydia just finished the first season of it, and I'm hoping that they get renewed for season 2 because it's a really awesome cartoon. But Gentry Chow versus the Underworld.
Oh yeah, you told me about that one.
It is actually genuinely really good. And like it's one of those things where like you got this character that has these superpowers, and like there's some pretty dark moments throughout the show, but it's still weirdly like kid appropriate at times and stuff like that. But it's like it reminded me of like that demographic, the 8 to 12, these cartoons that we're talking about. And man, like the writing for it was actually really dope. And there's some really
Dude,
great
that's how I
voice
feel
acting in
about
there.
Hilda on Netflix. You ever seen
Hilda,
that show?
I'm not familiar with that one.
It's like a British, like it's a British animated cartoon series. It actually stars Bella Ramsey as the voice,
Okay.
as the main voice cast, and she
I've seen
like
the
goes
artwork.
around and she like basically explores this little town that she moves to, like finding little like kid friendly supernatural creatures and shit. It's really really awesome. It reminds me a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
have
like
to-
it's like wholesome Gravity Falls.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out with Lydia, because now that we don't have Gentry Chow to watch, it's like fuck. But like
Oh
like
God! Or
the
just Gravity Falls. I know that's a newer cartoon, but Gravity Falls is fucking amazing.
I never got
Needs to
into that.
fucking watch. Everybody needs to watch Gravity Falls. That is one of the coolest cohesive like 2-season fucking show stories in a cartoon I've ever seen. Ever. It is so well written, like from start to finish. Gravity Falls
Dude, Linda
rocks.
Cardellini's in it?
I feel
Like
like
Gravity.
me and Marilyn started this a long time ago and never finished it. It looks similar.
Nick Offerman?
Or
So
familiar, I mean.
basically, it takes place over like a summer break. These two kids go to live with their great uncle or their grunkle Stan, who lives in like some weird, like touristy paranormal pawn shop somewhere in the fuck off Pacific Northwest, where all sorts of weird things happen. And like, there's this really interesting, super developed underplot that makes the show wildly entertaining.
Mhm.
I got an underplot.
Yeah, it's
for you.
it's
I'll
like
check that
really
out.
super well like hidden. It's like or written and like so many hidden Easter eggs and like the
It's super
dude,
cool.
it's really an incredible show. I haven't delved into a lot, but like they were like releasing like material for it, I think like last year, and like everyone was going crazy about it. Like somehow they cracked the code or some shit. But
Yeah, dude. Gravity Falls is one of the like the most well-made cartoons I've ever seen. It just works.
I also just
Standard.
remembered this about Gentry Chow. One thing that I want to bring up, because in light of today of all days, there's a really good episode that involves this one guy who is a little too into the events of the Alamo, and it touches on some things that maybe moving forward is the better option. It's really it touches on some things that are really cool, and it's a predominantly Asian cast, which I found really awesome, because it is like it's based on an Asian character and stuff like that. And there's a lot of Chinese influence, like Taoist magic and stuff like that. And they get really into it, like with
What platform is this on again?
this is on Netflix.
Okay, that's right, Netflix.
Yeah. But yeah, no, there's a lot of little bits and pieces there for the adults too, to like be like, ooh,
Yeah,
That's good.
I've started to dabble in like every once in a while like a cartoon will like it'll pique my interest. That's how I got on Hilda. Like I was just scrolling Netflix one day and I was like, oh, this looks kind of interesting and different. I had just finished watching Gravity Falls, and it kind of looked and it scratched a similar itch in terms of like
Right.
what it approached, because like being like very paranormal related. And then another show that kind of gave me like the same vibe. I haven't finished it, and I don't know or if the show got finished or what happened to it. But it was like another Disney show, like a Disney animated cartoon called Owl House.
Owl House?
And it and
Sounds
it
dirty.
was and basically it was a
Oh.
kid show or no.
I
Basically,
remember
but like
seeing
there's like
like
she's
That's
like
how
this
we
some
saw
of
witch
this.
who's got like this owl beast cursed on her or something like that, and she gets transported to this other universe and like ends up like living there. and like learning how to do magic like with this. It's a really interesting show, and like it's like one of the first Disney like animated shows that's like that I remember watching that has like some LGBTQ undertones and things to it. Like the main character has like their primary crush, I believe, is either a girl or female presenting. I don't. It's been a long time since I've watched, but I was just like, I remember watching it. And I was like, oh, that's like new and nice, and like I haven't really seen that in a Disney related show. But it was just like it also kind of gave me like the same sort of vibes as like Gravity Falls and like Hilda. Like it's very paranormal and fun, and like has some good overarching plots to it.
Nice.
On that note, with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, that cartoon that was really good. And they actually touched on some LGBTQ stuff as well. Kind of like,
Oh yeah, and that is Disney too. Huh?
I think the overall like message of that particular episode was like you could love who you want to love, and no one should tell you otherwise. Which I thought was really awesome to see.
Mm.
You know, there's people that purposely don't watch Disney movies.
Yes. There's
Like,
people
yeah,
who
like-
purposely stay away from everything
just
Disney.
because they assume that like because they're afraid of becoming a Disney like you can like Disney stuff as an adult and not be a Disney adult.
Right. I think like I more
It's
so
okay.
mean that like there's people that like don't watch Disney stuff because they don't like the DEI shit that they do.
Well,
like-
that's
Which is
everything.
crazy to me because
Yeah.
like 20 years ago like Disney would have like if you would have associated like DEI anything with Disney you would have been like what the fuck, they're the most like transphobic, homophobic, like culture phobic, like
Culture phobic,
ass.
Yeah.
They're like they were a very phobic studio that did like very safe things, and like they really didn't start branching out until like the late 2000s. Like let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like they dabbled with like stuff like Atlantis and you know like but like those were considered failures and flops like critically, right? So and those were like they didn't do a lot of colored cast animated stuff from like Disney or Disney Pixar related anything. Like I don't fuck what was like the first one that I remember taking off.
Mulan.
Moana. Oh yeah, Mulan. Yeah, Mulan was very very popular, but Mulan also isn't
Aladdin.
very. Mulan's a little. Yeah, Mulan's not very culturally faithful.
No, it's not.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Very much not.
Yeah.
But which goes back to like their other DEI stuff is like they don't necessarily do it right, Moana. But and like so I would argue that Lilo and Stitch is probably like the closest they've gotten.
Yeah, maybe because he just have an alien in Hawaii, dude. It's hard to get that right. like the most like wonderfully accurate thing they have is when like that dude, that like white fat dude on the beach has his ice cream fall.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Dude, I for the
real.
longest time thought he was actually wearing a tank top.
Yeah, no, and so, but good God, there's so many there's good cartoons out there, guys, and there's good fucking. I miss that era of cartoons. I go back and rewatch them often. There's also plenty of them though that I do not go back and rewatch because I'm afraid that like they won't hold up and they'll be ruined.
Yeah.
There's
Like
quite a few of
like
those.
like you, brother, you know for a fact I'm never rewatching Fighting Foodons. Like Fighting Foodons, there's 0% chance that show holds up as good. Like,
Yeah.
right?
I think
but I had
almost
fun with it
every
as a
show-
kid.
I think almost every show we mentioned, I'm not gonna go back and rewatch.
yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
I
I've watched
straight up
Ed
started
and
rewatching Mega
Eddie.
Man
I've
already.
watched. I'll probably rewatch Jackie Chan Adventures. I rewatched Chowder kind of a lot actually. That's a comfort show. Like I'll just throw on episodes of that. But
I rewatched a Digimon to prepare for Digimon Try when it got announced. And that show doesn't really age very well. Surprisingly.
no,
enough.
didn't they reanimate the original season of Digimon?
No. They like rebooted twice now. That's what Digimon Tri was another reboot.
Oh, it
of,
was a
uh,
reboot. Lame.
Yeah, because they it was them like all grown up. Like they have jobs, they're like adults, they have kids and shit. Like, that's why I wanted to rewatch because I was kind of like, oh, sick.
It was
Like,
a
I can
continuation, right?
go
Usually,
back to the
I know these
timeline,
characters.
I just think that like that animation style or like that like character art style just like didn't really hold up past like what they were doing back then.
That's fair.
I mean, it was the dopest shit ever back when I was like fucking 8, but like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it was super fucking sick, but yeah, can't say the same for
I
now.
mean, I'll
you
fucking
know?
watch the movie though. Like the Digimon movie still
Movie's dope.
slaps.
Movie
Yeah.
fucking slaps endlessly. I mean,
Great
fucking,
I also like some of the later seasons, like I think it was season 2 that had the Digi eggs. I like that season.
was it 2 or was it
Is that
3?
the
That
one
might
with
be
Veemon?
3. That might be 3.
I think it's 3.
No, it is 2. It is 2. It is 2 because Vmon was second season.
Yeah,
Was it?
Veemon was second season, but Veemon also, but like, it also had Wormmon and
Okay.
Stingmon, which was the villain, which was like
And
the
then-
villain turned good guy story,
And
which was like,
Gatomon and Patapon went to the second season as well because they were
Yep.
from the first season.
yep,
Yeah, I remember that.
because
Okay.
they were like the youngest of the group when they joined, and they grew, they got a little older and maintained. There was a
Mhm,
few characters that kind of do that throughout, but.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Veemon was my
Thanks for
boy.
reminiscing with us this evening, folks. Just
Yeah.
over cartoons. I love talking about this sort of stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure we've had nostalgia episodes before, but I don't think we've talked about cartoons at this length. I'm going to feel a little silly and dumb if I go back through our Shipwreck Show episodes and we have another one just like this. But I guess that's the fucking risk I ran. Because this has been the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 5 of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the Seven Seas have thrown our way. If you want, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, get exclusive post Co Shontent. Oh my god, I did it again.
Yes!
Oh, he did it!
Oh,
That was funny.
And have early access to episodes before they go
so
live on podcast and video services. You can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken over at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in the details and description section below in order to get episodes whenever they go live. Until next time.
This is a sports bar?
You know, if I had a nickel for every time Garrick messed up the outro, I'd have 2 nickels.